Back now from London with part 2 of my exclusive sit-down with Piers Morgan, editor-at-large at dailymail.com.
You know, I think years from now, we're going to look back on this period, and either President Trump will turn out to be one of the best presidents that the United States had, or perhaps these other institutions had, if he can provoke some good change there, or the worst. I mean, he wants to do a lot. Do you think he can pull these things off?
Well, he's a rare president in that he's actually doing a lot of the stuff he said he'd do, which is quite unusual. He's clearly a very, very unique character in terms of world politics. But he's got extraordinary self-confidence. He has a complete revulsion of what he sees as conventional political posturing. He thinks most of it is nonsense. He also thinks that America has a bad deal on almost everything, from NAFTA to NATO to the Paris Accords.
And the one common thread is that everybody, whether they like him or hate him, at the end of those sentences and conversations, they'll usually say, but he's right about that.
I mean, look, I always say to British people, you're right, but I always say to British people, look, Barack Obama is almost a saintly figure in this country. The Brits loved Barack Obama because he spoke so eloquently, he seemed so intelligent, he seemed so kind and caring. And I always say, OK, but he deported 3 million illegal immigrants. He was known as deporter-in-chief in Mexico. None of you either know that fact or ever felt angry about it or felt maybe he was separating children too by doing this, which he did. Secondly, he kept Guantanamo Bay open for 8 years. And I realise with a Fox audience, none of these things might be seen as negatives, but, you know, he kept Guantanamo Bay open for 8 years, having campaigned to close it. And thirdly, I think that Obama, if he actually looked at him pragmatically, you'd say, look, this guy, what did he actually achieve? And I always felt he was massively overhyped, Obama, that he achieved actually very little, didn't really improve the standing of the lives of most Americans. And so I don't see him as a saintly figure, and I don't see Donald Trump as the devil. I think both of them have been misrepresented and mischaracterized. They're both somewhere in between. So my message to those who just scream and shout about everything Trump does while saying, wasn't Obama perfect, is it's not as simple as that. And you've got to give Trump a chance.